creativity, finances, career,
social life,
spirituality, home cooking,
home environment,
education, and health. You are welcome to Health Station with Carla, where all these come together and more.
Carla, it's good to have you here. How are you?
I'm good. I can see how heated up things are becoming every day. We have even more and more people sharing their ideas. I mean, I really hope, Joyce, that things will settle.
Yeah, it would eventually.
Protest. And
yeah, it would.
As long as every single person on the streets is safe, and that we try to resolve everything in peace and avoid violence as much as we can.
That's it. And thanks to the Lagos State government, they're saying that police officers should not actually, they should desist from using force against protesters.
Yes.
So this is moving in the right direction.
Well, it gives you the concept that we have freedom of speech, at least here in Nigeria.
And
which is
security from both the government and the police.
So let's just hope the best works out for both sides. Anyway, now we're back to the Health Station today. Welcome once again. My name is Carla, and I shall be giving you some tip-top tips on fighting disease naturally today. I mean, we live in a world that has been so medicine-driven when it comes to fighting infections. We tend to go for the quick fix pill without ever really listening to our body's cues and what is actually going on, or what your body is actually trying to tell you. So our lifestyles have also not been able to help when it comes to keeping your body in balance. I mean, we're facing stress, pollution, unhealthy habits such as alcohol consumption, smoking, eating processed food, overloaded sugar consumption. So it's really something we should look into. I'm not saying that medicine isn't good. In the contrary, you have cases and extreme cases where you need to go through medication, you need to go through those treatments. But there is one statement you should always remember when it comes to fighting disease, and it's the following. And I'm sure Joyce agrees with me. Prevention is better than cure.
Absolutely.
And this was actually what the famous scientist Louis Pasteur said on his dying bed. Louis Pasteur was a renowned scientist, and he was really renowned for his discoveries in the principles of vaccination, microbial fermentation, pasteurization, which is where you get the word pasteurized milk from, and pasteurized liquids.
Okay.
And he is remembered, of course, for his remarkable breakthroughs in causes of and preventions of disease and discoveries that have really saved lives. So it didn't come from nowhere, that saying. Prevention is better than cure. And in other words, it means that the host is more important than the invader. When you're dealing with an infection, it's very important to consider yourself first and to think of what really you do and how it affects you. Now, medical scientists from the four corners of the world have, increasingly been finding that we do succumb to bugs only when we are run down. So we get sick only when our body can no longer take the load. It's not that because you're not sick that your body isn't constantly fighting off germs and disease. It is 24 hours a day on a mission to defend you. You have an army in your body that is constantly fighting off and trying to make you as strong and healthy as you can. But sometimes it just can't take it anymore. Maybe because you're not helping it enough with your eating habit, with your lifestyle. So it actually gives in, and this is where you actually feel sick and you don't feel good anymore. So invaders come in many different shapes and sizes. It could be bacteria we're talking about, virus, fungi, parasites, and the list goes on. But these are the most known. And so it's important to know what you're dealing with so that you know what is required to take in or to do, because each agent you deal with has a different treatment, as we all know. There's no one pill for everything, one treatment for everything. So, for instance, if you have a cold or catarrh or a flu or herpes or measles, you are actually dealing with a virus. If you have an ear infection or stomach ache, most probably, or even chest or sinus infection, most probably you are dealing with a bacterial infection. If you have thrush, let's say, thrush is actually an infection that's typically on the skin or on the mucous membrane. And if you have that, or athlete's foot, which is an infection that usually begins between your toes, and it usually occurs in people whose feet have become very sweaty, where the name athlete's foot, sports and exercise. And this is fungal infection we're dealing with. So there are different diseases and different agents causing them. So these are a few examples. So in order to keep your immune system up to date and ready for whatever danger is out there, you need what we call immune boosting nutrients. Immune boosting nutrients are very good for you year round, especially if you are run down or exposed to someone with infections. So what exactly happens during an infection? I'm sure you'd be wondering that. I mean, we all know how it shows up outside, but what actually is happening? Why do we have all these symptoms? Now, both the invader and your immune system, when they are at battle, they both produce what we call free radicals to destroy each other. And your body can destroy all these dangerous chemicals by using those antioxidant nutrients as weapons, this food that you take in, or the liquid you take in, whatever comes into your mouth. And that really helps destroy these chemicals. And it keeps the integrity of your own cells intact at the same time without any side effects, which is the opposite of the majority of medication that we take. And it always comes with side effects, always, most of the time, whether it's antibiotics. Antibiotics do help you heal. They do help in many cases. But I feel people tend to use them as, okay, I'm not feeling good. They barely wait 48 hours and they start taking antibiotics. Sometimes you need to give your body the time to defend itself. Why isn't antibiotics encouraged to take as soon as you feel bad? Because antibiotics, as the word says, is against bacteria. But you also have very good bacteria in your system. You have what we call probiotics in your intestines. You have bacteria in your vagina for women. You have it on your skin for all of us. You have it on many parts of your body. And these are not here to destroy you, but they're actually here to help and boost your immune system. They actually tell you that the stomach is the second skin to the system. It's actually more important than your skin because it's a very important barrier. And your probiotics, your bacteria, your intestinal flora in your stomach, in your intestines, actually not the stomach, the intestines, they're really important in helping your immune system. So when you're taking antibiotics, you're not just killing the bad bacteria, you're also killing the good bacteria. And on the longer run, you are more prone to getting an infection because you have destroyed some very important army from your immune system, which are their probiotics. So it's very important to understand that there is some sacrifice that comes with taking medication, but there's also less sacrifice when it comes to taking in the nutrients that you need, because these will not destroy your cells. They will actually only make you stronger without any side effects. So does that mean that if you are very strong or if you have a very strong immunity, you have no infection? No, that's not what I'm trying to say. It would be wrong to believe that immune health people get no infections. But the difference is, if I have a very strong immunity and Joyce next to me doesn't, if I catch a cold, I would call it a pre-cold. It would be gone in maybe 24 hours. But Joyce, because she doesn't have a strong immunity, would maybe be spending her week all horizontal on the bed, barely able to get up because her immunity is low.
Oh, wow.
So it's the same agent coming our way, but we have different reactions because of how our immunity is built.
But is it possible to deal with cold in 24 hours?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, if you know what to do on time.
On time.
Yes.
Okay.
I've seen it with my kids, actually, and I was going to talk about that later in the show. I would say a day and a half, but it is.
Okay.
It is. And simple steps can actually help. These simple steps are very important to be done right at the beginning, at the dawn of that infection, before it actually starts.
Ah, okay.
Because if you wait a day or two and say, okay, I'm going to start doing those natural remedies or fighting infection naturally after 2 days, that's it. Your body has already been so stressed up, then you will need the medication.
Okay.
So it all depends on what exactly you have. So the aim is to simply boost your immune system by giving it the right food, the right environment, so it can adapt quickly to attempted invasions. We are going to be opening the lines, Joyce.
Okay.
In a few minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know the numbers anywhere.
0700 993 993 993. If you have any questions for Carla as to how this thing works, that would be your opportunity to do that. But when she's ready. So you say in a few minutes, then we'll wait for you.
So as you said, I wrote it down this time, and I keep on forgetting. And every week I will be asking you until I get it.
And I'm here to help.
0700-993-993-993. I will be taking calls later on what are your natural ways of fighting infections, specifically here in Nigeria with ingredients we find in Nigeria. But let me go on a few key points, Joyce. So to start, as we said, the aim is to boost your immune system. But what does that mean? That does not mean, as I said, that medication is not important. As I said, you have sometimes acute infections that really need interference. Sometimes you really need antibiotics. You really need medication to help fight it off. But we're talking about when it's really at the beginning and there are things you can do to help.
Prevent it.
And even if you are taking medication, that won't stop you from taking nutrient-dense foods that will help boost your immunity even more. They can go side by side, one helping the other, one scratching the other's back.
We're here for it.
So, exactly. So remember one thing as well. And you haven't been drinking the night before, remember that. Then
you might have a cold.
That's definitely that you are under attack, okay? It's just the same as when you have consumed alcohol and you've drank so much. What happens to you the second day? You have a hangover, you have a headache, you have a blocked nose, exactly what I just stated.
And you're dehydrated.
Because your liver has been overloaded and there's still so many toxins it hasn't been able to detoxify. And that's what happens. And that's exactly the same thing when you have an infection. So what does your body do for that? It turns up the heat. And how does it do that? Temperature. This is why you get a temperature. Your immune system works best in warm environment. Okay, so this is why your body creates a fever to turn up the temperature. So keep your body warm and get plenty of rest. Remember, lack of sleep depletes your energy resources. I'm sure you agree with me on that.
I do agree.
So one day taking it easy can make a huge difference. Just 24 hours.
Of
if
rest.
you just rest on those 24 hours, you will see how quicker your recovery will be because you did it as soon as possible.
Okay.
I will be posting these after the show on Instagram. I will be posting on how different natural remedies aim at different infections, whether it's bacterial, viral, or even immune boosting remedies. And I will be posting, because this is something too long for the show. It's something you can always refer to on different remedies and how they help. All right. I will be opening the lines now. I think we have a caller. Hello.
Yup, the line's been ringing.
Hello.
You've had callers.
So to give your as we're waiting, Joyce, to give your body more help in fighting infections, it's very important to avoid a few things as well. Not just what you take in, but what you make sure you don't take in. Whether it's alcohol consumption, exposure to smoky environment or atmosphere, strong sunlight, stress. Very difficult to do that, but just stay at home if you don't want to get too stressed at work. Give yourself one day and stay at home.
Did you just say stay at home if you don't want to get stressed at work?
Yeah.
Carla.
Do you think it follows you all the way? Okay, switch off your phone. Is that it?
Maybe.
Switch off your phone. Go on flight mode, just like I do when I'm on the show. Overeating. That doesn't help, especially when you're having that infection, that attack. Engaging in arguments, trust me, it doesn't help. Overexertion, whether it's exercise, having sex, try and restrain for a few days. Really,
nice. Someone
makes
said
a difference.
it. Okay.
Yeah. And what else? I'm just thinking here. And taking antibiotics. That's
Carla,
really
look.
something. Hello.
Uh-huh.
Hello. And I'm not done yet. Hello.
You can split it in two. Hello. Afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thanks for calling.
Yeah.
So, fighting disease naturally, what do you have to say?
That's what I'm about to ask. Like, how can we fight it naturally? And
Okay.
if it's possible, are there no antibiotics that don't have any side effects, that doesn't kill red blood cells.
Okay.
Because
Good
I
question.
don't. There are
All
so
right.
many things.
Yeah.
I think that's
That's your question, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, thank
All right.
you.
Antibiotics do not kill red blood cells. Otherwise, you'd be anemic every time you take antibiotics. They
Okay.
kill the good bacteria and the bad bacteria. What I would advise whenever you have an infection, once again, I will be posting things you can do, and I will be giving you now tips if I can before we take
Carla,
more
look,
calls.
Carla, wait. Are you going to go to the telephone line?
Yes, I am.
And then
but let me
split
answer.
the information.
I will. Yes,
okay.
I will. Okay. Joyce is more motivated to hear about this than you
Yeah,
guys.
so I think don't rush it.
I
Don't
won't.
rush it.
I won't.
Okay.
So
telephone
let me
lines?
answer that question.
Okay.
Though. So antibiotics. Wait 48 hours, and meanwhile, at the onset of your symptoms, at those 48 hours, treat your body well. Avoid all the stressors I mentioned, and go for all those natural remedies I will be posting later. Hello.
Hello, afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. My sister just called me this morning from the east, and they told me she had hepatitis. Then I went into research. My name is Don Dukwe, by the way. I went into research, and then I found out that there is what they call hepatitis A and B.
Yeah.
I didn't know the one she contacted anyway.
Okay.
There are many types. You have C. You have different types.
Yes. How do I?
All right.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah. When you say hepatitis, you say liver automatically. This definitely needs an intervention. She needs to see a doctor. This is not something you can just, once again, we're not curing disease here. We're just informing you that there are things you can do to help your body either to avoid treatment sometimes, but hepatitis is actually acute. It's a strong infection. She needs to see a doctor. And in some cases, she would need to be hospitalized if it's at an extreme case. I hope she gets better though.
Okay. 0700 993 993 993. Carla, I have a question.
Yeah. Can I say a few things
Sure,
before? Thank you, Joyce.
sure.
So as I was saying, you should tilt the balance in your favor by reducing these energy robbers, which I mentioned. But also there is something that they say, and it's an old saying, starve the fever, kill the cold.
Okay.
So that doesn't really mean you should starve yourself and not eat, but go light in your food intake. Avoid meat, avoid dairy products. If you have anything related to mucus infection, avoid eggs, avoid fatty food, fried food, sugar. Go for light, nutrient-dense food. For instance, avocado. It has so many nutrients and it has a lot of calories and it's very healthy. Banana, filled with electrolytes. If you are dehydrated, banana and water are your best bet. Let me take another call. Hello.
Hello. Go
Hello,
ahead.
good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Turn off your radio. Turn off your radio.
I've done it now. Hello.
Yes, good afternoon. Go ahead.
I just want to find out. I'm Tunde.
Hi,
from
Tunde.
Ogijo.
Thanks for calling.
Please, I just want to know about rheumatism. I've been at home for 4 years, but I'm not working. But when I work for 1 or 2 posts, I will feel tired.
All right.
Yeah, rheumatism is a form of inflammation, and most of the time it could be an autoimmune inflammation in many cases.
Okay.
But I don't know at what extent he has it. You have different kinds. I would suggest you once again see a doctor and reduce any pro-inflammatory food like deep fried food, sugary food, red meat. Try and go for seafood, beans. That would be better to help your diet, and avoid dairy products as well because these are pro-inflammatory. Hello.
Hello?
Turn off your radio. Tell us your name.
Please, can I remain anonymous?
Okay,
Yes,
real
of
quick.
course.
Ask
Go
your
ahead.
question.
Okay.
Hello? Hello, can we hear you? I do apologize. We might have lost you. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Good afternoon. Thank you for calling. Could you tell us your name and ask your question?
Yeah, my name is Dove. Calling from Lagos.
Okay.
Am I on to Joyce?
Yes,
Yes,
and
you
Carla on the health station.
You're welcome.
So let's hear your question real quick.
Nice hearing from you. But Joyce, very quickly, I'm so glad this is my first time able to reach you in a whole long time now.
Okay.
Thanks
All right.
for calling.
Yeah. And I'm enjoying the program. Just a very quick one. I just want to find out. I've discovered sometimes, I don't know if I do it because I do it late, but when I have my meals At times
Late,
I just discovered, if I go straight to lie down, maybe 5-10 minutes afterwards, I still have these sharp pains. Sometimes even when I don't feed, and I just go lie down and rest, I just see how I felt I had this abdominal pain. Not until I went for a scan. There's this scan that you take when that covers every other thing, abdominal scan or something like that. So, and they checked and they didn't see anything. The man only advised me to just avoid pet fish foods and eating late. And
Sorry, do you have diarrhea?
Diarrhea? No.
Any
not
blood
at
in
all.
your stool?
Well, sometimes, not always.
All right.
Sometimes, maybe once or twice in a year.
Any constipation?
Constipation, occasionally.
The abdominal pain is after you've eaten, or it is not related to after eating?
It's not necessarily related to after eating. It happens sometime after eating, at times not. It doesn't.
Do you have any
sharp
flatulence?
pains that-
Any
what?
gas?
Any what?
Gas, flatulence. Basically,
Gas.
do you fart?
Yeah. Do you get bloated? Does your belly feel bloated? Do you feel bloated?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
Bloated, yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
After, but once once you've let the gas out, do you feel better?
Yeah, I feel, what a relief.
So
It's
most
heaven,
probably
man.
it's gas. Do you drink a lot of milk?
No, no more of alcohol, you know.
Carla gave that look like, oh yeah, there you go.
Help your
I
body.
just
You
I
know.
just to say
Just-
something about it.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks for calling.
Carla's
I'll
gonna
just
try.
quickly
Yeah.
answer that.
Yeah.
I'm not a doctor once again, and this is not enough information to decide on anything. But
Yeah.
from what I see, most probably I would go for a second opinion because unfortunately sometimes it's not about if the scanner is good, it's who reads the scanner, who reads the radio or whatever it is they're
Okay.
reading. So having a second opinion, you have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
And number two, maybe it's something he is eating that is causing that flatulence. It could be beans. It could be maybe alcohol also.
And then he said something. I think
Yeah.
you might have missed it.
Yes.
Eating late and then going to sleep like 10 minutes later.
Yeah, but it depends what he's eating. If he's eating something light.
That's illegal,
So what are
guys.
you
It's not
eating?
light.
If you're eating too many beans, fried food,
Yeah.
deep fried food, going straight to bed, that intense pain usually, I would go. It's definitely something you're eating. So maybe you should try and focus on lighter food at night before you go to bed and monitor that.
Okay.
Hello. All right, so let me say a few things, Joyce, because I'm not done.
You said hello.
And nobody answered, so let me try and say something.
You lost the opportunity. Okay, Carl.
All right, so to help you fight infections, here are a few things I posted that I'd like to share. Number one.
Wait. Tell us where you posted it.
At Carla, NOUJAIMC.
Okay.
Or go on hashtag the health station and you will find what I've posted.
Okay.
Okay. So to help you fight infections, number one, simple steps. Eat lightly. As I said, eating lightly will give your body more chance of using all that energy it has to fight off this infection. Avoid fried food, processed food, junk food, fatty food, sugary food. Get enough proteins from fish, beans, peas, natural yogurt, homemade yogurt, which are needed to, of course, build your immune cells and keep warm. So if you have a mucus-related infection, like a cold or what have you, avoid dairy products. Increase your intake of vitamin C, and don't be shocked, to 3 grams every 4 hours.
Okay.
Now, some people might have diarrhea
Uh-huh.
after that. If that's the case, reduce the dosage and gradually, slowly increase.
So when you say 3 grams, it's a little out of reach for some people because, measurement for them is
Usually
something.
it's 1 gram. It's one, you know, the
So should it be like-
the tablet, the effervescent tablet that people buy? This
Yeah.
is usually 1 gram.
Okay.
So having 3 every 4 hours, if you do have diarrhea or abdominal pain, reduce the dosage.
Okay.
That means that your body can't take much of it. Also, if you have a cold, take 1 tablespoon of black elderberry syrup 4 times a day. It helps. If you have a bacterial, fungal or parasitic infection, take 10 drops of grapefruit seed extract 2 to 3 times daily. These are all found in pharmacies in Nigeria. I'm not giving you any ingredients that are too exotic and too far away of reach.
Okay.
All right. And of course, find out what your infection is, check with the doctor. Don't self-medicate. Make sure, and if you are not better within 5 days, definitely go see a doctor.
Okay.
All right? And of course, have plenty of rest, and there's more to that posted later on Instagram. Hello.
Yeah, you don't have forever, so tell us your name and ask your question.
All right.
Go ahead. You said all right, and then you went to sleep.
Hello, I'm talking.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
What's your
Hi.
name? Go ahead.
Okay, this is Ayo.
Okay.
Ayo, how now? Go ahead.
See, you said you are not a doctor, right?
Yeah.
I am not a doctor.
Okay, but you know a lot about these things.
You can't blame
What
her.
can I do? Yeah. What can I do in situations whereby I love pepper so much? When I say I love pepper, I eat pepper. There are a lot of
My
things.
brother, I feel you.
Yoruba boy.
I am I am as much in love with pepper as you are. I'm
So
telling
I
you.
want to know, does it have any...
Side effect.
For some
Yes.
people, yes, unfortunately.
But do you have any symptoms of anything?
Do you have any blood in your stool, constipation, gonorrhea? What
No.
else?
No.
So
Nothing.
then continue eating pepper.
Nothing.
Go ahead.
The thing is, right now, it's like my taste bud now.
Ha.
I can't eat anything without pepper.
Yeah, it's fine. I can't eat anything without pepper either. I go for a targo. I go for the powdered
To the
pepper.
extent that I now had grinded pepper in this I eat.
That's
There's
all
nothing
right.
wrong with
Nothing
that.
wrong with that.
As long as your body, your intestines are fine, your stool, your bowel movement, no pain, no abdominal pain, you're fine. Go ahead.
Sometimes I have stomach pain, so I use mismatch.
What's that?
Miss Mac, a mixture. It's I don't know how to explain it. Miss Mac is some medicine.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
that
right.
helps with
Maybe
stomach
it helps
pain.
soothe the stomach lining. I don't know what the ingredients are. But then if I were you, don't try to alleviate the symptom. Work on the cause of your pain. Reduce your pepper intake, at least to see if it's from the pepper. You know?
Good, I agree.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Thanks for calling. Hello. One more, Joyce. One more to go.
All right, you got to be quick. One more. Tell us your name. Turn off your radio.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Turn off your radio.
I've been listening to your conversation and I've been very, very interested in what you are saying.
Thank you.
I've been battling genital warts for a very long time.
Battling what? Sorry.
Genital warts.
Genital
Warts.
Rash.
Warts, as in W-A-R-T-S.
W-A.
R-T-S.
Genital
warts.
Genital warts.
Yes, it's a bump on the genitals caused by usually sexually transmitted disease.
Okay, hold on. Thank you very much. Carla will deal with that later. Carla, our time's up.
Sorry
the sun
about
sets
that.
here.
I'm really sorry. It's all because of Joyce. We had to hang up.
Well, yeah, it's 3 p.m. and the sun sets here.
We'll
Carla will
see
be
you
back
next week.
Friday.
Thanks for joining.
Friday. Okay, people. Hopefully, Carla can touch on it. Until then, stay out of trouble. We're Nigeria Info. Bye-bye now. This is The Sunny Side. My name is Joyce. Right here on the show, you'll enjoy the unvanished truth from a people of a rising continent. On Mondays, Radioactive. Tuesdays,